I got another Zeph Daniels link for you guys. Oh, guys, let me tell you. I was talking to this guy at an auto store yesterday. Had a real good conversation with him, white guy, and he was only about he could not be have 20, 21 years old, but he had the whole thing figured out as how it's such a waste of time to get married in this society. Like, I mean, guys, this guy was only like 20, 21 years old, and he had the whole thing figured out. This is why I say earlier, women are gonna have to fend for themselves. There's gonna be no protection for them whatsoever. Maybe a few men that stand up for them. Hopefully, God take us out of here before any God's people out of here before we have to worry about that, of course, because I don't wish harm on anybody. But I mean, seeing a 20-year-old talk to me like that yesterday, I said, this is done. There's no future for these women. They're gonna have to resort to criminality. I've said in the past, most of the crimes that's going to be committed in these last days actually going to come from women. And I tell you guys, it's amazing because I got people who probably make 5-6 times more than I do who jealous of me. You got rich people that are jealous of chosen ones. I told y'all I met Floyd before in Vegas. The way he looked at me, it was almost like he envied something about me because I don't got the jury on me. I got the jury in me, like Kendrick Lamar says. Yeah, I'm a classic man. I'm the real man. But one thing I find out, y'all, about, not everybody, but most guys I know that are married, it's almost impossible for them to do the will of God. Like most guys who married under this system, I mean, unless they Pastor Dow, Hebrew Israelite, or something like that, and really obey the laws of the book, it's almost impossible to do the will of God and do the will of your wife at the same time. Matter of fact, it's pretty much impossible. And this is one of the reasons why I stay, single. Because the way I live my life and the way I think now, I already know that most women in the world would shun me. And they would try to get me to conform to a system that is destined to be destroyed. And depending on how much I want her and she sees that she has me by her thumb, and she's going to use that against me. It really is frivolous, y'all, because a lot of people conform and sell out, like I told y'all, for crumbs. It's like you go to school, you get a degree, you get vetted, and the master says, okay, now you get to, okay, now pet you on your head, you get to have a house that you'll never own, that actually the bank owns. We get to raise your taxes every year, right? And all the while, this is what people are selling out and conforming for. That doesn't even make any sense. Meanwhile, they're jealous of people like me, jealous of people that are, someone like Into the Stars, who basically spent like $25,000-$30,000 to go build a cabin in the woods away from everybody. I believe he's actually divorced. And it's not worth it. The bottom line, it's not worth it. I can't tell y'all how many people have called me up just to tell me they got a house and never spoke to me again after that. It was almost like they was begging me to get jealous, begging me to be jealous of them. Boy, it pays to have wisdom. And those same people looking at my life, I'm not looking at theirs. It's like, okay, you got a house. Everybody else got a house. I've seen everything in Vegas. Like I told y'all, I've seen it all. Okay? These people don't have houses. They got homes, manors, and mansions. See, most sellouts get houses. Then you gotta go, you wanna sell out some more? Okay, we'll give you a home. You wanna do some real bloody, have some blood on your hands? Okay, we'll give you a manor. All right, you wanna sell your soul? Then we'll give you a mansion. That's pretty much how it goes, guys. I have seen everything. And the funny thing about the chosen people, I'm gonna leave the link of Zeph Daniels. He talks about, even if you don't know you belong to God, they'll still treat you different. Like, let's say you conform to a church and you try to, do what the other people doing. No, they'll still spot you out. They'll still spot you out. Even if you try to call out the same God they call now, they still spot you out as an outsider. That's how I told y'all, you're born a chosen one. You're born a chosen one. And these devils come back down here with you like in Superman 2. And then again, God mixes the wheat and tares to get the final experiment over with. And it's, guys, it's just about over with. Think about somebody that's cool like me, y'all. Right? I should have a bunch of friends, right? I should have a bunch of women checking me out. And don't get me wrong, guys, I do got women checking me out. It's nice women. There's a few nice girls checking me out. But I told y'all too, some of them are married. And I told y'all that's something I wouldn't get into. But one of the main reasons I don't get married is because I could never give a woman in this world that rides the beast what she wishes for. You know, and the woman don't know that what she actually vetting the man to do, she's not going to be happy in the long run. The woman, it's almost impossible for the woman to be happy. She's gonna keep playing you. Like, I want a house, and you get her a house. I want this now. I want this now. Well, you're not funny enough. Okay, I'll be a comedian. Well, you don't do this. Okay, I'll do that. Well, you only giving me sex once a week. I want it 3 times. It never ends with the female. That's why she needs to be in submission to her husband. Otherwise, she's living in disobedience. See, guys, you guys see how I am. You see, most of these women, they would never obey. But guys, don't get me wrong. There are a few women around that would obey me. It's just that we in the last days, and I don't want to be their object of disappointment. A lot of times you get with these women, or you might get new friends, and next thing you know, you become an object of their disappointment. You know what I mean, right? It's like a lot of people just trying to get into relationships to look for somebody to blame something on. You know what I'm saying? It's sick, y'all. It's sick. That's why I ain't no use. Might as well be alone. My problems are my problems. My problems ain't somebody else's problems. Good. I get to wake up every day not knowing that I ain't hurt nobody's feelings for no goddamn reason. I ain't got to kiss nobody's ass. There's no way. And then I got the protection of God, Almighty God, too, at the same time. Guys, it can't get no better than this for me. Can't get no better. But I'm going to leave the Zeph Daniels link. And yeah, y'all, it's just, he's talking about how people conform, and man, they conform for crumbs. That's what I told you. That's what I don't get. How do you conform just so they can pet you in your head and say, okay, we'll give you a house that you don't own and we'll raise your taxes? I mean, what did you get? Nothing.